Yo, it's your boy Southern Cal, back at y'all with another video. Real quick, I just want to say thank you to all of my subscribers. Salute to all of y'all. The channel is slowly but surely growing, and I just thank y'all so much for helping this channel to grow. Y'all are amazing. Continue to tune in. Continue to like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell so you would get a notification every single time I drop a new video. Yes, let's get into it. DJ Paul does not attend Gangsta Boo's funeral. For those of y'all who've been hiding under a rock, we recently lost a legend, a queen, somebody who was a heavyweight in the game, somebody who I definitely grew up listening to. I was a huge fan of What Them Dollars At. I'm talking about I was bumping it like it was how I was on it. You know, What Them Dollars At. You know what I'm talking about? So that was a huge single where I'm from back then. And yeah, so we lost a queen. We lost a legend in the game, man. She was a part of a legendary group, 3-6 Mafia. And yeah, we lost Gangsta Boo, man. Rest in peace to Gangsta Boo. And recently DJ Paul did a video because people was getting at DJ Paul for not attending Gangsta Boo's funeral. So DJ Paul, he clapped back and he was just saying that you know, he was on tour. Basically what he was saying was he paid for the funeral, which is dope. You know, he paid for the whole funeral. He covered all the funeral costs, everything. But at the time he was on tour at the time. But he said even if he wasn't on tour, he still wouldn't have went because he don't do funerals. And because every time he goes to funerals, you know, it's always, you know, some groupie Negroes who want to come up and talk to him and all this other crap or whatever, when, you know, it shouldn't be about him. It should be focused on the person who just passed. We should be focused on celebrating the life of the person who just passed. So that's what funerals are supposed to be about. You know, it's supposed to be about a time of celebrating the life of that person, celebrating all that person did for people, celebrating the accomplishments of that person, and, you know, just celebrating that person all together, family, friends, people who knew that person, coming together and just reminiscing and you know, on the good times that they had with that person. You know, the good and bad times and the ugly times that they had with that person, and to remember how much they love that person, and you know, so funerals are not supposed to be sad. They're not supposed to be sad. They're not supposed to be all, you know, they really not supposed to. Funerals are supposed to be happy because, you know, and so it's supposed to be a huge celebration because it's like that person has completed the mission. They completed the mission of being in this crazy world, because this world that we live in now is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, and you go through a lot of crap in this world. This life on earth will take you through some things. Well, this life on earth will make the strongest person cry. So, this life is no joke. So whenever somebody exits this life and they go on to the next life, we're supposed to be celebrating that, you know, because they're going into a better life, you know, and a better life that's outside of this life. So even though they're not here with us physically, but their spirit still lives on. So, but this is what DJ Paul was saying, though, that, you know, people come up to him and want to talk to him, and which probably takes the attention of the person who passed. So he don't be wanting to deal with all that sadness and this and that. He's a kind of person who likes to remember that person the way that they are. And me personally, I agree with DJ Paul, because me personally, I don't do funerals. All right, I like to remember a person the way that they are, for real. I think the last funeral, I went to was about, last funeral I went to was about 4 or 5 years ago. Because I said I just don't do funerals, man. Like, and I think it was my aunt's funeral. Yeah, that's the last funeral I went to. It was about 4 or 5 years ago. I know it's been a minute, and because I don't do funerals. Funerals are just, I don't like looking at dead bodies. That's why I can never be, when I look at First 48 and I see the homicide detectives and all that, I'm like, man, I couldn't be no homicide detective, man. All they do is look at dead bodies and all that. It's like, how do y'all sleep at night knowing that y'all just seeing, like, dead bodies laying here, dead body laying there? It's like that would give me nightmares. I'm sorry. I remember back when I was a little boy, and a cousin of mine had passed. And that cousin of mine was very close to my mom. They grew up together. And I remember being a little boy, and I remember when she first found out about it, we was visiting South Florida at that time, the Tampa Bay area. And I remember that night when she first found out the news, and the way she broke down that night. She took it hard. So we went back home, to the funeral, because I was going to go to the funeral. But I remember my mama saying, I was sitting in the car with my mom, and my mama probably don't even remember this. But I remember sitting in the car with her, and she asked me, she said, "Are you sure you want to do this? Because if you go to this funeral, it's going to be an image in your head." And I was like, nah, I'm good. And ever since then, I just really just didn't do funerals at all. Like, I just did not attend funerals. Unless, for me to attend a funeral, you had to be somebody who was very important to me. So I understand. I agree with DJ Paul. I get where he coming from. Not everybody does funerals. You gotta understand, man, people like to grieve in their own way. So I'm pretty sure that DJ Paul broke down. I mean, this is somebody who is close to DJ Paul. This is somebody who, who he raised up pretty much, in the music scene. And he brought her to, he introduced her, to the world, through 3 6 Mafia and all that, so they were very close at one point in time. So just like he said, Boo, he said, man, Boo know how much I love her. And, and I know how much Boo loved me. So me and her were very close with her. So he liked to remember her just the way she was. And I'm with that, because I could go to a funeral and see a dead body, and then come home and I have a nightmare. I have all kind of nightmares, man. That's why I just don't do. I'm good on that. We gotta learn how to let people grieve how they grieve. Everybody grieves differently. Just because a person don't show up to a funeral don't mean that they hate that person. Or just because a person don't show up to somebody's funeral don't mean that, don't mean that they dislike that person. It's just everybody grieves differently. I don't grieve the same way the next person grieves. This person don't grieve the same way I grieve. We all grieve in our own different ways. So I'm just not, I'm with Paul on that one, man. I just don't do it. Funerals are just scary to me. Funerals are, I don't know why, but funerals are scary. Funerals are creepy to me. I wake up every day, man, just, hoping and praying that nobody in my family dies, man. Nobody else close to me passes away, man, because I don't want to have to attend no funeral, man. I just don't. I hate it, man. I hate it, man. So, but anyways, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Comment on what you think about this whole situation down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you guys would like to donate, the links will be in the description. Holler at your boy, hit your boy, support your boy, and again, share this with somebody. Share. Also, the Calabama podcast is still in effect. Episode 7 is out now. Episode 8 is in the works. So continue to support your boy. And other than that, it's your boy Southern Cal. Gone.